Hey guys, Viggoman here and welcome back to another episode from this massive medieval city called Cata. In today's episode we are building an area surrounding a small market square in front of the holy hill we built in the previous video and very close to the little downtown area around the main temple of the city we also built a little while back. Again, I just want to thank every single one of you for the engagement, the comments, the likes and everything. I'm enjoying this project a lot and it really seems like every single one of you is as well. Later in the video, during the tour part, I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about the way that you can engage even further and be a much bigger part of this city here. But more about that later. Today we are working on this area around the market square as I mentioned, and it's a lot of fun building these small professions, all these houses, the market stalls, and I'm really trying to just like put myself into the city here and just imagine like if I were to visit this place, how would I make it to make it feel cozy? Where would I like to sit and eat pizza? You know, so I'm trying to just create a really cool and atmospherical place around this area. And with this slightly longer formatted videos where I do more work than I've done in previous formats, it really helps me to create a more fuller experience where I can actually fully flesh out an area before showing you guys what we have done. Now let's move into the tour part where we take a look at every single house in detail and just walk around in the city and get embraced in the world of Cata. Here we have an aerial view of the new place of the city and I gotta say it turned out great. I'm very happy with the way this turned out. Down below us we have a ruined tower as part of the ancient battlements. As I've mentioned many times already, like Cata is not a recent city, it's a city older than time. It's such a big part of the history of not just the kingdom but the continent in itself, I'm trying to portray that with several layers of battlements and fortifications, and as you can see, like it looks odd in a way. It seems like it's built by many different people in many different times and periods, and also many different styles in a way. And yeah, so here we have a ruined tower. Who knows how old it is, but maybe it got ruined by in a war or by a storm or something like that. But yeah, I just think it's cool. And then we have like more newer battlements in the back, kind of replacing this. I don't know, but this sort of things, in my opinion, makes this place come alive. There we have the holy hill in the back, looking beautiful, and then we have the temple of Epona over there as well. And then down here we have a lot of small houses that is all going to be part of what we check out today. But before, or actually let's start in a different order, I guess, because as I mentioned, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about the way of becoming a bigger part of this project here. And it's something I've dreaded talking about a little bit because for me Minecraft and everything is all a hobby. It's just something I do for my enjoyment. Honestly, I don't really care too much what you guys think, if that makes sense. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate every single feedback, but I'm building this world for me and I'm sharing it with you guys, and in a way this is my passion project, but I just love that everyone, or a lot of people, are as involved in this as I am. Some people maybe even more, and I just want to somehow try to integrate all of your guys' ideas into this world and let you take part in it further, I guess. You can come on the server, which is the information is down below and in my Discord, and you can tour about and fly around and check it out in detail. That's the thing I've done. Instead of having it in a single player world, I've made it public so you guys can join and again watch me build and check out things in detail to become further part of this. But another step in that direction, and again I'm dreaded talking about this, but it has to do with Tony's soup here, and basically this is a placeholder text because what I've figured is I'm gonna open up for some donations. Again, really unsure about this, but I think it's the right direction to go. So there's going to be some information down below if you want to do that. And the idea is that I've set up like a cap. It's not too much, but it's not too little either, but you can donate a given number to me, and then I will make a house in this world for you with your name on it and what's profession if you have a specific profession in mind. I'll give you that house, if that makes sense. And that is not because I'm in a financial trouble or anything, because honestly, financially, we're doing pretty good. But my computer right now is almost 10 years old, the one I'm recording on, and it's struggling a little bit now. And I do see myself having to buy a new computer soon. But with one kid who just turned 1 year old and another one coming up in probably like 2 months, we're expecting another daughter in 2 months' time, it's going to be tricky for me to prioritize putting money in computer equipment. So by kind of, you guys can help me kind of get some better equipment to continue working on this and make videos in the quality that I am, because my computer is struggling right now with running the shaders and recording and all at once. So it's not something, I don't want you guys to feel like you have to help me, because I'm doing great. We just bought a new big house. We're really well set, I guess, but it's gonna be a little nice push for me to kind of upgrade my computer eventually, and you guys can kind of become a bigger part of this world. If you think this idea is stupid and it's I've gone all wrong about it, let me know down below. I'm open for some feedback and criticism on this, but I figured it was a fun thing, a way of for you guys to show some appreciation. I've had donations in the past. I've gotten a lot of donations from you guys, but I've kind of closed it off a little bit and kind of stopped promoting my Patreon and stuff like that, just because I don't feel okay with taking too much money from you. But maybe let's try again with a new sort of setup here, and I want to just like a one-time thing. You donate, I build you a house, nothing more. You don't have to become a patron and pay a monthly fee. It's just a small little thing, and maybe instead of Tony's soup, this can be your name's soup. And with that being said, let's check out Tony's soup here. Again, information down below. Tony's soup is such a cool little thing. It's a small soup kitchen here. They're renting this little hole in the wall here by this bigger section where there's actually a butcher. And my idea is that Tony, or maybe you, was financially not too well off, but he managed to kind of get a little bit of money, rent this little place, and start producing soup. And it is now one of the most popular fast food areas. You can see there's tons of people, there's soup everywhere, and they put out new tables and things like that. So perhaps in the future Tony will get a big full-fledged soup kitchen somewhere around in the city. And you can see it's just like a small hole in the wall. We have these shutters you can put down at nighttime, and actually we can go, let's use the main entrance here around the back. This is everything, soup kitchen, and up here is where Tony sleeps on his bed here. And then it works here all day, but is now doing very well and might soon have to move out and get a bigger place. Next to that we have like the building that he is renting this little area from. Again, a butcher. Pretty cool place. You can get in here. It's working in the shade. I love adding these openings below or in the first floor where you can come in, and like the workshop is shaded from the sun, but it's kind of fresh air and open and stuff like that. So this is where the butcher area works. And if you want to go upstairs, we go around here. And we have a staircase, which allows us to go up here, and we have a beautiful little living area for the family. Small balcony here overlooking the market square. The master bedroom here, and yeah, some bedrooms and stuff like that up here. And again, if you want to get on the server here and check it out for yourself, information is down below. There is also a discount code if you want to host your own server, so check that out as well. It's the one I'm using for hosting my server, so it's pretty good pretty cheap as well, especially with the discount code, so check that out. Next to that, we have a coopery, where you can buy the best barrels Cata has to offer. So in here we have again a big like vaulted area, open area in the first floor, and you can see they're kind of working on some barrels here. And in the back, I think this is a cool detail. This is where they char the barrels. So by charring them, you firstly, I think you seal them in a way. You make the wood more durable, but you also add flavor. So for oaking, wine and beer and mead and stuff like that, by charring the inside, you can get like a better taste, I guess, oaky taste to the beverage. So that's pretty cool. Let's go back out. So I'm checking out these houses sort of in reverse order. We'll see where it goes, but we'll just follow the flow here. I love this house here. We have like a fig tree here in this little alley, and then the opening up above and the tower and everything. Such a cozy place. Yeah, so the stair here brings us up to this little balcony here, I guess. And inside we have a kitchen and living area. And then we have some bedrooms. This one is for the kids. And then we have another one over here for the parents. Remove that. Alright, let's move on further, shall we? And this way is down. Let's leave the market square for last, because that's my favorite part, and move over to this thing, and let's take like the way around and make our way around this place and into the market square. This right here is a tavern. It's quite cool. It's grander than the other houses around here, I think, and it fits very nice next to the bank here. We have this little market, or not a market square, just like this little square. And again, really trying to tie in that Venetian style, and I think this one really sells it. Let's check out the inside here. So the main entrance is up around here. You're greeted with a nice fireplace. And we have some sitting areas around here for the guests. Then up above as well, we have more sitting areas. And overall, just a very cozy place. And I love these like almost like French balconies, I guess, where you can go out here and get some fresh air. Yeah. In the back here, this is where the tavern keeper lives. So here we have some storage. Then further on here we have the living area for them. A little fireplace here, or an oven, I guess, and yeah, some areas to sit and stuff. And up here we have straight ahead we actually have some apprentices, or some of the helpers running the tavern here. They have their own little apartments. There's 2 beds here, and this is where they kind of live and make their own food and stuff like that. And they kind of live in here. And then in here we have where the family of the tavern keeper lives. So 4 beds for the kids here. We have a balcony in the front here. Really cool. I just love the views we get from here. I love the skyline I've created so far with all the towers and spires and everything. It feels so alive already, despite being this small. It's still a pretty small city. And then in here we have the master bedroom. Alright, let's just do a leap of faith here and jump down. Whoops. And check out this little area over here. Just next to the bank we built a little while back. I built some small storage facilities just alongside the city wall here. This one here is, yeah, mostly for firewood. Probably used by the defenses here for the fireplaces and stuff inside here. I think it's cool. Then a small area here as well, just for storing all sorts of stuff. And then like a little detail here, I really like these small things I'm doing around this place, but Here we have like an outlet for some of the drain water from maybe this square, but also the market square, coming out here, flowing down this little gorge here. And I think the details and texturing here is really nice. And it brings down here and then flows into the ocean from here. So I think that's really cool. And I love this tree here as well. This pine tree, Mediterranean style pine tree. Looks cool. Yeah. Alright, next to the tavern we have this little house. And if I remember correctly, this is like a metal smith or brass, I think you'd call it, like a brass smith, where they make like small, let me show you, maybe not even brass, zinc, can that be it? Yeah, I think zinc perhaps, like making small cups and cauldrons and things like that, small things you drink out of and stuff like that, out of simpler metal to mend than yeah, so small cups and stuff like that. I think that's kind of cool. In the back here we have the kitchen area where they prepare the food for the people living here. And then there's a not a ladder, but a stair, bringing us up here to a balcony. Like, this is one place I would imagine maybe a pizza shop would have opened up in modern times, and I'd sit here, definitely. Oops, and then yeah, some beds here for some of the kids, and then the master bedroom in here. Very nice. Alright, let's jump down and check out the battlements. Alright, so again, just trying to portray age in a way, so this seems like it's built on and modified over the years. But here we have like a gatehouse which is built on a weird angle, which yeah, in the past probably was leading out to this tower, but now it's, I guess it's still leading out to that tower, but yeah, the tower isn't really in use anymore. And it's a rather simple gate. It's just like this hallway, slightly sloped, leading into this place. And then, yes, I have a bad feeling I forgot the inside here. Well, you know, it's a Viggoman video, and it's not a Viggoman video if there's no room unfurnished. So, I guess this one is the one for today's video. But yeah, down here we have an area for the guards to sit and stuff like that, and a little bit of storage and stuff. And then the main feature is this building here. Below it we have some storage built along below, like the main area here with these arches. Pretty cool. But there's a stair here which goes up to here where we have part of the battlements. We have some sitting areas for them. We have arrow slits in the front here facing the ocean, which goes around here. And then there's a central stair well here, which leads up to more arrow slits up here. And then here we have an area for them to sleep. So the guards on duty, they can kind of take shifts and sleep in here. Yep. And then all the way up we have the crenellations and some banners hanging. So I think it's cool. It's a unique style where we have this angular gate here. We have like this raised section and then this semicircular tower as well. I think it's really cool. Very inspired by Dubrovnik, where we was there 2 years ago, I think. Yeah, probably 2 years now. And I was filled up on inspiration, so kind of inspiration by the battlements over there. Next to the sinksmith or metalsmith or whatever it's called, we have this place which is a basket weaver, I believe. Yeah, this is where they make baskets and stuff like that. So you can kind of see them building one right here, assembling the sides and stuff. And here we have some fresh hemp, is that what you call it? Like perhaps they use for making the baskets. Yeah. And up here we have where they live. So we have a little kitchen, an area to sit and eat and stuff. And then yeah, a place to sleep. We have a little storage in the back here. And then we have the master. Oh no, I forgot the ceiling here. Well, the master bedroom over here. Yeah, let's go back down and slowly move ourselves over to the area of interest, the market square. Next to the basket weaver, we have this place, which is a bakery, I believe. Yep, look at that. This is the bakery with an opening straight to the market square. This is where you get the nicest buns in the city. So a big oven here. I like the design of this one. I think it's really cool for making some breads and stuff. And cake. Yeah. Then up above we have a nice living area. I think this one is really nice. And then in the back we have like this kitchen tucked away here with a little balcony. And look at the view from here. Wow, beautiful. Yeah, further up we have some sleeping areas and stuff for the family. So this is actually like a little bathroom thing where you can take a dump and stuff like that. A lot of the houses just use a chamber pot, but some houses have their own little room dedicated to that. And here we have a shared bedroom. So I'm imagining that like the kids, they wouldn't use a full bed, so you could probably fit in 3 or 4 kids in a bed like that. And then this one is for the parents, so 2 people here. So I'm trying to kind of build them more like not beds next to each other, but more like a crib where you have like some walled off section and you can just squeeze as many kids as you can into one of those. So you'll see that design several places where we have some beds or some hay and stuff, and just like a little retaining wall to kind of keep the babies inside, if that makes sense, or the kids inside. And next to that we have a blacksmith. Finally, the first blacksmith of the city, I believe. I think so, yeah. And we have a big forge here where we have a covered section to work. Currently making a lot of chain. We can also buy some tools and stuff here. I think it's a cool house here. There's a little workshop or a shop, I guess, in here where you can come in here and buy some stuff. And this leads again directly into the market. So that's really cool. On the corner of it we have one of those shrines that we talked about. We want to just kind of sprinkle around the city. So there's a little shrine here on the corner. And we can go up here where we have like the living area. A small area in the tower here to just look out and stuff. And again, one of these designs where you can just squeeze in as many kids as you possibly can. A little kitchen in the back here. And then the bedroom for the parents. Alright, let's just do another leap of faith and jump down here. And now we are inside the market square, and I love this place. I love the trees, especially just overhanging. And there's a little bit of a visual glitch. I think my world is built too low. So you can see like the leaves glitch out when I move down. Not sure what that is, but acacia style trees, just kind of creating a canopy or a natural umbrella to give some shade and stuff. I think that those are really cool. This big building here is a merchant's guild. For merchants, this is where you come in and register for a slot in this little place here as well, and you can discuss trading routes and strategies in different meetings here. So this will not be the biggest market square because it's small. We're going to build a massive one somewhere else, but it's a nice little cozy one for the local area here. You're probably going to have several smaller market squares around, and then one massive one somewhere else. So let's actually check out the guild, shall we? It's really cool. There's a stair which leads up there, and below we have an entrance to some of the cellars. And here I have an idea that it's not fully fleshed out yet, but this is a wine cellar. But here we have an opening, and in the future I'm probably gonna flesh out a little bit of a historical underground network and connect this up. So maybe do a separate video for the undergrounds of Cata. So if you have ideas for that, let me know down below with a comment. But just kind of teasing that. I'm going to kind of probably make it feel like there's several layers to this city. So that's going to be fun. Yeah. Around here, another little shrine. An image of the goddess Epona. There's a door here, which leads into an area where they work. So this is where they kind of prepare the food and stuff for the upper halls, I guess. And then in here we have an office area, also part of the kitchen, I guess. But I'm imagining you can come in here and register. So if you want a place down at the market square, you can come in here and register yourself. Or if you want to take part in some of the gatherings here, this is kind of where you come in. So sort of like a reception area. Yeah, let's move around. We have this beautiful flowering ivy climbing the tower here. Yeah, so the staircase here leads you up to this little hall here, dining hall where you can sit and eat and discuss strategies and trading routes and stuff with some of the other merchants. It also, what did I do now? Oh man, I've done this. There we go. A little glitch stair, door here. So it looks like it's taller than it actually is. So yeah, be a little bit careful there. With this balcony here overlooking the market square, this is also a place I'd sit here, eat a pizza, have a beer, just relax. It would be a beautiful place, especially in the afternoon when the sun hits. Man, I want to go traveling so bad now, but it's difficult with small kids. Anyway, a small area here to just, yeah, not to eat, but you can just sit here, have some drinks, talk, and chat. Nice fireplace to keep you warm. Then we have a stair which leads up to some bedrooms. So I'm imagining that maybe some merchants come from far away to sell their goods here, so they can stay the night. Yeah, a little storage area, and then another bedroom. So they could probably just rent a room for a night or two, sell their goods, and then move on to maybe the next city or the next market square in the city. So just kind of move around a little bit. Because yeah, this will be a big city that traveling daily, commuting from one part to the other would be, yeah, not time efficient for a medieval traveler. All right, we have two more houses left. I believe this is the baker, by the way, from the front. I love the facade of this one. Next to the baker, we have this building right here, which is a scribe, I think. Yeah, this is a scribe. So basically you can come in here and get stuff written down by someone who knows how to do it, and agreements and stuff like that, I believe. That's how it works. And yeah, so you just sit here and he kind of transcribes everything for you, and then he can also store it for you as like almost like a lawyer or a document archive. Maybe there's a deal between you and a merchant, you can kind of write a deal, and he can store it here as well. In the back we have a kitchen area and a dining area as well. Quite big. Then a stair which leads us up to a small living room for them. It's kind of cozy. We do have a master bedroom over here. Yeah. Oh, bye-bye. And then we have another storage area. Actually, another bath. So this is where I can take a bath, and there's a little chamber pot over here. Yeah. Further up we have some more bedrooms. Actually, this is a storage area. Or an archive, I guess. You can see all the books and scrolls and stuff. And then this right here is a bedroom. And again, big bed. You can just tuck them in there. Yeah, pretty cool. And then over here we have an apartment for some of the apprentices of the scribe. So possibly could be the kids, the more grown-up kids could rent here, but also maybe a scribe or an apprentice from a different family could live here and learn how to be a scribe in this little apartment. And also a little balcony overlooking the market. Next to that we have a tailor or a loom, I guess. This is where they create carpets and stuff like that, and I'm so happy with this loom design here. I think it's really cool. This is where they kind of create all sorts of rugs and things like that. I think it's really cool. In the back we have some storage of all sorts of textiles and stuff. So yeah, very cool. Up above, as usual, little kitchen area, small area to sit and eat, and the master bedroom over here. And storage, I think? No, the kids' bedroom over here. And yeah, that's it actually. So not the biggest house, but definitely works. Yeah, now let's quickly check out the market area here as well. We have a lot of these small market stalls. I think they're beautiful. I love the color it adds and the atmosphere in here when like the sun hits. We have the trees, we have this organic looking area. We have some palm trees, some ivies, and man, yeah, I think it's such a vibe. And they're selling all sorts of stuff. We have like rugs being sold. This is probably like a shaving area where you can get some sort of... No, actually this is for a carpenter selling out some chairs and tables and stuff, I think. I can't remember. Like, yeah, here you can buy wine. I do know I made like a barber somewhere. Yeah, this is the barber. So you'd sit here and they have some tools to help you out. Here we have a shrine? No, scribe? What's it called? A witch? I don't know. You can come in here and sit and get your future told and stuff like that. Talk to someone. Can't believe I don't remember what that's called. Shrine? Scribe? Scribe? No, that's that thing. I don't know. Let me know down below, guys. Anyway, I think it's a really cool place. I'm very, very happy with the way this turned out. I think it ties in nicely with the city. And a little comment you guys left me was we need more diagonals, and I agree. So as you can see, this road here is now angled a little bit. And these houses here are built on an angle, and the market square is not entirely on the grid as well. But we don't have any massive diagonals, angled buildings here, but they are coming as we move around. But it doesn't really make sense to just have angles and weird looking streets for the sake of that. I want it to flow nicely, and to me it still doesn't feel like a very gridded city where everything is built within the Minecraft grid. It feels organic, it feels like it flows, and especially now that we have this slightly angled street, it just breaks up everything. And it's all about finding the balance. There's no doubt that building on the Minecraft grid without any weird angles, it's much easier, and the buildings do look a lot better. But having the angles make the city feel better and look better. So it's all about finding the balance between having houses that look good on their own and creating a city that look good overall. So yeah, it's definitely something to keep in mind when I work on and plan this city further. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really do hope that you enjoyed. If so, make sure to smack that like button, and if you haven't done already, make sure to subscribe. It's been Viggoman, and I'm out.